So I finally got my hands on the new Galaxy A16 5G, and here's the first surprise. A phone that was budget friendly is now priced at 280,000 Naira, or in dollars $180. But does this higher price bring better value? I guess we have to find out. Samsung keeps it simple as usual with the Galaxy A16 unboxing. You get the device itself, a USB-C cable, and a SIM injector too. There's no charging brick or protective case like the ones you find on other phones in this price range. But let's see if the phone itself can make up for it. For the design, the Galaxy A16 is stylish with a sleek glass front, plastic back, and plastic frame. Starting with the camera design, we've got a familiar triple camera setup, same layout as last year's A15, but it's clean and little durable. Despite the 200 gram of weight, it feels surprisingly light in the hand, and the glossy finish adds a nice touch to the premium look. Plus, it has IP54 rating, it's protected against dust and light splash of water. Now let's talk about the display. The Galaxy A16 sports a vibrant 6.7-inch AMOLED screen that really brings out the colors with a nice depth and contrast. You're getting 90Hz refresh rate, so animations and scrolling look smooth, and the brightness peaks at 800 nits. It's good for both indoor and outdoor use. But here's the tricky part. The Galaxy A16 doesn't have an always-on display. It's the first Android phone I've come across with an AMOLED screen but no always-on display. And for the first time, the A10 series features vivid and natural display settings typically found on high-end devices. It also includes white balance control and eye care mode. As for audio on this device, we get mono speakers. They are loud enough for casual use, but they might lack little bass. For the performance, the Galaxy A16 is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 6300 chipset, built on a 6nm processor. It's a pretty capable chipset for this price range, and it has an Antutu score of 399K. This promises solid performance for daily use, especially for these price points. In everyday tasks like browsing, social media, and streaming, it can handle smoothly without much lag. But does it hold up for gaming? I think it does. For Call of Duty, you can play it on medium graphics and high frame rates. For PUBG, you can run it on HD graphics and high frame rates. But you can't play Warzone on this device because the RAM option is not up to specification. Warzone needs at least 8GB of RAM. Now, for everyday use, while the Galaxy A16 handles basic tasks like browsing and streaming smoothly, it's quite not as responsive as other devices in this price range, and I think it's because of the 4GB RAM. You might notice some lag here and there, especially while gaming or using the camera. For instance, in fast-paced games like Call of Duty or PUBG, the device can feel a little slow, which may impact your gameplay experience. Even outside gaming, there's a slight delay while scrolling through apps or switching from your camera, which makes it feel a bit less snappy. So if speed and responsiveness is high on your list, this is something you might keep in mind. For RAM and storage, the A16 comes with a few different storage options. You get 128 storage with RAM options of 4GB, 6GB or 8GB. And there's a 25GB storage option, but that comes with 8GB. Now here's what this means. If you need a phone for basic stuff like social media, messaging, and just a few apps, the 4GB or 6GB RAM should be fine. If you're a multitasker like me, you like gaming, you need that 8GB version with 25GB storage. Now if you're a hoarder and you need more storage, there's a micro SD slot that can give you up to 2TB of storage. For software, the Galaxy A16 comes with the latest Android 14 and Samsung's One UI 6.1. This gives you a modern user-friendly experience. Samsung has packed some unique features like customizable home screens, advanced privacy controls, and some smooth and easy to use interface. Now, one standout perk of having this device is Samsung's update policy, which says it will give this device 6 years of software updates. That's one of the longest software commitments you find on any device in this price range, which means this phone will stay secure and up to date for 6 years. But let's be real, 6 years software update on a device with just 4GB RAM is a bit crazy. The phone will likely struggle with performance in just 2 or 3 years. That's around Android 16 or 17. Plus, it's made of plastic. I'm not confident this build will hold up in long term. At least in 2 to 3 years, this phone will be scattered. But that being said, I won't lie, 6 years of software updates is an amazing selling point. When it comes to keeping this device secure, Samsung has added a lot. They've included multiple biometric options. You get a side-mounted fingerprint sensor, that's quick and convenient, plus face unlock for hands-free access, and of course there's a classic pattern lock if you prefer more traditional option. All in all, you're getting solid security features for your peace of mind. For the camera, the A16 packs a triple camera setup on the back, which is 50 megapixel main camera. It gives you good shots, and you also get a 5MP ultra wide lens with a 2 megapixel macro lens as well. There's also an LED flash for low light photos and video pics at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The A16 camera is quite basic, but you can get some good shots in good lighting. Photos come out really colorful, but they lack a little focus. Not the best I've seen for this price range. On the front, there's a 30 megapixel selfie camera that shoots at 1080p too, giving you average quality selfies, but they are good for video calls. Overall, I would say the camera is okay for everyday use, and if you want to use it, just look for good lighting. For the battery, the A16 comes with a solid 5000 mAh battery, same as last year, so you can expect it to last at least for a full day use. When you need to recharge, it supports 25 watts fast charging, though there's no charging brick in the box. But with the 25 watts fast charger, you can charge it from 0 to 50% in around 30 to 33 minutes. Sadly, you might need to pick up a charger separately if you want to make use of this fast charging capability. So as usual, pros and cons before I get to my conclusion. Pro number 1, amazing display, AMOLED screen, 90Hz refresh rate. I have a problem with the 90Hz refresh rate, but the AMOLED display is so clear, it's vivid. One of the best I've seen for the price point. Pro number 2, it feels durable. I like the feel, but the back is a fingerprint magnet and it's too shiny. Pro number 3, long-lasting battery, 5000 mAh plus 25 watts. Fast charging support. We always expect this from Samsung, but it's still cool to see. Pro number 4, reliable performance, 399K benchmark scores. It's not the fastest, but I think that's because of the RAM, but it's really reliable. And my final pro, 6 years of software updates. That's a big plus. That's 6 whole years. If the phone can survive it, you enjoy 6 years. So that's a big pro. Now, for the cons. Number 1, mono speaker. I hate mono speakers on devices. It's not loud enough, has little bass, and if you're someone that plays games, the sound will be very poor. Con number 2, the device is slow. As I said earlier on other reviews, I don't think entry devices should have 4 gig RAM. 6 gig, 8 gig or 12 gig. I don't know. You guys have to figure out a way to do it. Overall, I think the Galaxy A16 offers solid value, especially if you're looking for an affordable device that doesn't compromise on design or features or even have 5G. It stands out with its premium look, smooth display, reliable performance for day-to-day, and strong battery. It's a great choice for users who want a dependable device without breaking the bank. But 280k. I think that's breaking the bank. But anyways, I think it's a good device. 5G, 6 years OS updates, fast charging, amazing battery. The only problem I have with it is price point. I feel like I can't pay 280,000 naira for a 4 gig phone. But anyways, then what you think about my review about the Galaxy A16 5G? Drop a comment, let's have a conversation, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.